Hey guys, I wanted to do another video today about the homemade camper and the air conditioner. So today I'm going to kind of walk around and show you how I put the window unit air conditioner into this homemade camper, and I'm going to take you behind the air conditioner, show you how I vented it out, and some of the things I like about what I did and some of the things I don't like about what I did here. So we'll get right into it and I'll show you how I did it. So we're about to go inside the hatch here from the back side. So this is under the bed. This is under the bed, and this is the air conditioner. This is the cable for the air conditioner, and I've got that basically a plug, and it's just plugged up. I didn't cut any wires or anything like that. And one of the big things that I did that really helped this build was this tray down here. Okay, so this is a piece of 1.5 inch angle, and I basically built like a little frame that's opened on the front here where you can slide it in, and it goes around the back side, and then it has a piece of 2x2 angle welded on top of that. I took some of my leftover sheet metal and I built kind of like a little duct, and I cut a hole through the floor. You can see there, and then that channels the heat out the bottom. Now, it's not fully sealed off. There's a little gap here, and you can see there's a little plate. That plate is actually like a little drip pan. Let's see if I can try to get there a little bit better so you guys can see that. Move some of this cable out of the way. Oh, let's see. Yeah, there you go. This goes all the way kind of through, and then you can see out the bottom there. So this is like a drip pan for this to drip out. Now the reason I've got this little hole here left is so that these side vents can draw air in. So it is throwing the hot air out and down the bottom, and it does pull some air up through there. Now the thing is, because these, if you could imagine this being in your window on your house, you're blowing out the back and you're drawing right back in through the side. But because there's some velocity on that heated air going out the bottom, what's coming back in is not as hot, so it does okay. This does a decent job. It blows cold air. So another thing that I've also done is left these little side vents, these little side doors, cracked a little bit, and it allows some air to come in, and that helps as well. So this is what I've done. Now I can tell you, I'll kind of go back in, and there is a little gap on top. This is basically what I've done. That's caulk there, butyl tape or butyl caulk from the inside, and it is taped up. So we'll go back inside. So back to what I like and what I dislike, or what I would do different with this, is the fact that cold air doesn't rise. Cold air kind of drops. You know, heat rises, cold air sinks, and this being on the floor, it kind of lacks the cooling ability that it could have if it were up high, which is why most of your modern or purchased campers have the AC up on top, because as that cold air drops, it's actually cooling the temperature inside the box or inside the camper a lot quicker. So that's kind of an inefficient way that I've got this set up. As far as what I like about it is it's low to the ground in the sense of condensation. The plywood that I have out on the bottom here is pressure treated, and I also have that drip pan that goes right out the same hole that the vent goes out, so I'm not worried about water leaks or anything like that. This to me was a real safe bet and easy way to set this up so that it just works, and it does do a good job. It does cool it off in here. So whenever it's midsummer and we want to come in and cool off, it is definitely cooler in here than it is outside, and it's very comfortable to sleep in. So that being said, teardrop camper, we had basically just a boxed in mattress with the window unit blowing into it, it was like sleeping in an ice box. I mean, that thing got cold. But this is a lot larger of a camper, and this being a 5,000 BTU air conditioner, it's not as cold. It is comfortable. You know, it's not like being outside. You know, it's like being in an air conditioned or climate controlled house. Really, it's you're not going to be able to make an adjustment and it be just kind of instant like it is in one of the small teardrop campers. So that's kind of one of the downsides to this being mounted on the floor like this. But the upside is the maintenance. You know, I can slide it out. You know, if you saw how I had it into the little angle brackets, I can literally peel the tape off the back, unplug it, and remove a couple screws and slide this right out. So that's one of the things I really like about it. So yeah, that's it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it helps you. Thanks for watching.